Hey, what's up guys, Surf here. So over the past couple of days, maybe even weeks, there's been a very fun trend going on in the VTubing scene. Now this is not anything particularly new, but recently a lot of VTubers, mainly VTweeters, have been making unfollow and block lists, where they're creating a list of so-called problematic VTubers and they're demanding all of their followers to either unfollow those individuals or they will be blocked. Now, it includes, of course, a lot of Rev derangement syndrome. I think I have a 100% score on these lists. I think I'm on every single one. Couldn't be honored anymore. But there's a lot of other content creators that are making routine appearances on these lists. And no matter how many times I tell these people looking for engagement on Twitter, they won't listen. These lists serve nothing more than free content for people like myself, and also the people featured on those lists typically get a lot of support. And today, well, it's no different. But we're going to start off this video with a bit of a twist, a counter signal, if you will. Today we're going to start by looking at a list of based VTubers. That's right, this is in response to all of the problematic lists. So you can see the usual suspects that are featured on those other lists, like Kirsha, Leaflet, Fillion, Cha-Cha, Celestium, Powder, Jelly, Pippa, myself, Straub, Azahara, Juju, so on and so forth. And the list goes on. There's more in the replies as well. And of course, there are some questions to be asked in the replies. Someone pointed out Smugglana failed to make another list, which was fixed, but that's kind of why the other day when we looked at a different list, I included Smugglana in the thumbnail because like she's always left out of these lists, and I don't know why, but I just wanted her to feel included. That's how nice of a guy I am. I'm so inclusive, ladies and gentlemen. But here's another question. Why is Rev in there? Oh, my word. Because he is based. That's right. I'll give you a like for that one. Thank you very much for the support. But of course, people in the quotes are very upset. This individual says, looks like a list of invites to a clan rally. Now, the irony, of course, is that a good number of the people included in this list are minorities, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Also, it's obvious slander. And then you look at the bio and you're just like, you're too old for this stuff, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Here's another one, a usual suspect. Fourth Reich of VTubers, holy. These people are living in an episode of The Handmaid's Tale. Like, no joke. And I've seen this person before. You can't be calling a group of VTubers who have wrongthink the Fourth Reich while sitting here with a hammer and sickle in your name, in your Twitter handle. No self-awareness whatsoever. But then we have really the main protagonist of today's video. This Lunar VTuber here saying free block list. And a lot of people are following suit. Now what's interesting here is some of the interactions. This person says this list is disgusting. Why are they like this? And Lunar says, it makes money, unfortunately. People don't realize they're playing them. Guys, I'm so sorry. You had to find out this way, I guess. I've been playing you. You know, it's the old grifts. I've been doing it for 6+ years on a daily basis. I know it's a long con, ladies and gentlemen. You're being played. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. But they continue on saying, how does it make them money? And the OP says, people go, OMG, I agree with you. And donate money /sub on Twitch /buy merch. Guys, is that true? Do you say, OMG, I agree with you, and then donate money to me? That'd be so crazy, dude. That'd be crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm such a goblin. I'm such a greedy goblin. Anyways, here's some more replies trying to explain why this is all happening and why calling out these people makes any sort of sense. So you can see this person saying blocking Fillion and Cha-Cha is wild. The rest I could understand, especially Rev, and I'll return to that in just a second. But of course, once again, Cha-Cha getting thrown in the mix. This poor woman, you know, a Hispanic woman makes a joke about ICE knocking down the door of her friend who hasn't been streaming in a while, and she's now lumped in with all of us problematic VTubers. Crazy stuff, unfortunate for her, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's the proof right there, ladies and gentlemen. But what I find interesting up here is that of all the people, right, there's probably several dozen VTubers of all kinds of sizes, people with very large audiences, but I'm singled out. What the heck did I do, ladies and gentlemen? Like, I'm always the focus of these things. Like, I don't want to be the main character in this situation, okay? It's funny to end up on these lists, but like, I am like the main course. What did I do? Well, as pointed out by the OP, I saw that they talked about me before, saying, why are people still shocked and surprised when Rev says effed? Well, that's not my name. First of all, Rev says effed is not my name. But anyways, Rev says effed up things, all jokes aside. That's what his entire career is built on. He will continue as long as he gets interactions. Wow. There's almost a semblance of self-awareness here. Number one, what are the effed up things I'm saying? I would love to hear an example. We've gone through so many of these call-out threads and people trying to cancel myself and many others, labeling them as terrible, slanderous things. And all we do is ask for proof, which, according to some, I'm not saying this person, but according to other people, just asking for proof about the claims is also somehow wrong of us. But anyways, they continue on by saying, as long as people give him any sort of attention and interactions, it's going to keep fueling more content. Ding, ding, ding. I can tell you guys every single day about this. It won't matter. People are so clout hungry. They're so hungry for likes and validation on Twitter. They feed into the cycle. There's a reason I can make one of these videos almost every single day. And it's fun. And I enjoy doing it. And I'm going to keep doing it. Like, you're complaining about me getting stuff, basically fuel for content, while giving me fuel for content. There's no self-awareness. But someone else asked, what did Fillion do? And they say her model is stolen. She has admitted to that. And collabs with right-wing grifters sometimes. Or so I'm told. Interesting. Well, first of all, grifters. We know there's no actual functional definition they're using. But this is amazing. Or so I'm told. So this person deserves some sort of cancellation or judgment or to be on a block list because you've been told so about possibly something happening. Like, what if I just said, you collab with right-wing grifters because, well, that's what I've been told. Should people act on that? Absolutely not. That's stupid. It's ridiculous how low the bar is, but no one can meet it. Just like provide some evidence. And here is the reaction from my wife Straub to this block list demand. And I agree, 100%. Go ahead. No one's angry that you're blocking anyone. And by the way, this is Nick from New Girl and Little Rev Lore. This is actually the first show we ever watched together as a couple. And we still watch it about almost 6 years later. It's one of our bedtime shows. We fall asleep to New Girl all the time. There's some lore for you guys. Hope you enjoy. But yeah, just go ahead. The reason people make fun of these threads is because they're hilarious and often hypocritical and they're easy content. No one's like sitting here like, no, random English VTuber number 10,000 is blocking me. Like, good. You don't want to see my stuff? Block me. But you don't have to announce it. This is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. It's as simple as that. And then you see people saying this. Why do some people, or the original poster, I'm sorry. Why do some people think blocking them is the worst crime you could ever commit? Nobody's saying that. Literally nobody's mad that you're blocking anyone. They're just laughing at this virtue signaling and the fact that you have to create these sort of calls to action over these problematic VTubers. And then this. And then they cry when people reply free block list. They get so upset when they're excluded for being jerks. Excluded from what? What? Please explain to me. Just focus on me for now. What am I missing out on that I want to be a part of? What am I being excluded from that I wish I could be experiencing in this realm of the internet? That's right, nothing. But of course, we'll end on this. Here's another tweet that they made throughout the chaos and people laughing at their free block list tweet. Anything and everything you say online could be someone's first impression of you, and those people will make assumptions based on it. That would be me, for example. This is the first time I've ever come across this account, and just from looking around with the first impression, you do this all the time. This is keyword searching unfollow. They've been doing this regularly. Here's block. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on some more. So this whole thing is just hilarious. Again, free content. If people want to keep feeding me free content, go for it, I guess. No hard feelings. You want to block me on Twitter? Please do. If you don't like what I'm doing, please do. The only time it's hypocritical to block me is when you're trying to have some sort of an active conversation on Twitter and then you're hiding behind a block. Like, that's the only time it's hypocritical. If you just don't like what I'm saying or what I stand for, or whatever, or you just feel like it, go for it. Otherwise, yeah. Unless there's some kind of circumstantial, like really specific thing going on where there's a direct conversation trying to be had. Yeah, otherwise, who cares? But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.